Ron White was doing a show at Fort Polk and mentioned that there were 40,000 soldiers there, and a drunk woman said, "And all of them are bad in bed." To which Ron White replies,
"Boy, you know, it seems like after about 39,000 times you'd start to go, maybe it's me."
All the evidence that leads people to believe the horrible facts about Donald Trump, and still no one has persuaded the MAGA crowd to drop him. It leads them to believe that the MAGA crowd consists of black knights and abused people. For over 200 years, we had elections that were for the most part considered fair and legitimate. When do we start questioning our elections? And who did it start with? You maybe think I'm going to say Trump. And yes, we'll get to him. But I think it started with the Republican Party. There was a change in the country in the 60s. We became more liberal, not just in the Democratic Party, but in general. This left the Republicans with a choice: become more liberal or expand their base. The first group they went after was the gun people. The gun lobby had cloaked themselves in the idea that the security of our free state needed to be defended by an armed citizenry. This was to many the heights of patriotism. I would agree, had the well-regulated militia showed up on January 6th as defenders instead of attackers. They also enlisted the religious right, who wanted to impose their morals on the majority. It was easy. Scare gun owners with taking their guns and tell the religious right they would stop abortion. It turns out that it's kind of ironic that a lot of the gun owners have guns to protect themselves from crime and also support doing away with abortion. The book Freakonomics concludes that when we revisit the exact same specifications, but looking from 1997 to 2014, it turns out that a very similar pattern emerges. The states that had high abortion rates over that 30-year period have crime rates that have fallen about 60% more than the states that had the lowest abortion rates. I mean, these are really massive changes. Its research basically concluded that Roe v. Wade brought down crime. Then Trump came in and, having already conditioned people, started lying. The election was stolen. He got more votes than Hillary and Biden, and I could go on, but I'm too busy protecting my cats and dogs and geese. And what does Trump have to say about this?
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry.
To keep you indoctrinated, they throw out Daniel Moynihan's reasonable idea of you are entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts, and replaced it with alternative facts, or, by its previous name, lies. I don't understand why people still support him. I think Trump supporters fall into two different camps: black knights and abused women. The black knights are the ones like the Monty Python skit where the black knight becomes a quadriplegic, but he still won't admit he lost. Sound familiar? They have invested so much time in believing what Trump said that to admit he lied would precipitate them admitting that he had played them for a fool. Speaking of which, if you haven't sold your Trump stock, do it before Trump can sell his. No sense in losing all your money. Trump may not be right about a big stock market crash, but this stock is definitely tanking. The other group is abused women. Men also fall into this group. We know how it goes. Man beats up woman, cops are called, and woman jumps on the police when they are taking him away. She refuses to press charges, and he tells her he loves her, and it will never happen again. She believes him. Till the next time. He lied about the election. He lied about the wall, about the Mexicans paying for it. He said he would have health care you wouldn't believe, and after 9 years, he only has a concept?
As soon as our secretary is approved and gets into the office, we'll be filing a plan.
He said that the 2020 election was stolen, and after 60 court cases, he couldn't prove a thing. He lied about the size of his apartment, and, according to Stormy Daniels, the size of other things, too. He lied about knowing E. Jean Carroll, saying she wasn't his type, but confused her for the type he marries, Marla Maples.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
He says he overturned Roe v. Wade, but it really happened because Mitch McConnell cheated on 2 Supreme Court justices. He blames Biden for the Afghan withdrawal, but it was because of the deal made by the great negotiator. He claims Haitians are eating pets, yet the state officials claim that's false. The Washington Post documented 30,573 false or misleading statements during his presidency, which, with the lies he keeps telling, is probably over 39,000. By now you should be wondering, are all of these other people being played for a fool? Or maybe it's me. It's come to my attention that there are a lot of people who are watching this and not subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So please, subscribe. And if you don't like it, we'll return your money.